Bon, alors je suis un peu avancée. J'ai fait grave. Je vais vous expliquer ce qui s'est passé. Bon, en fait, ma PS4, elle a été hackée. Vu qu'elle a été hackée, je sais pas. Mais en fait, le hacker, il a pas réussi son truc. Il voulait hacker mon compte, il a pas réussi. Et maintenant, je peux avoir tous les joueurs. Tous. Ouais, c'est beau, je peux faire ça. Bah oui. Magnifique ce que j'ai mis. Bon, allez, c'est parti. Ah oui, il faut que je vous explique. Je suis partie à l'université. Après être partie à l'université, ben, on a commencé petit à petit à la draft NBA. Bon, de toute façon, il y aura les épisodes que je vais diffuser bientôt. Les nouveaux épisodes. Je me demande si j'ai mis quel épisode sur le nom. Arrête, ça suit les oreilles. Attends. Ça t'apprendra à ronfler dans mes oreilles. Allez hop, ça rentre. Magnifique. Oui. Arrête, il y a une cinématique.
Now, we have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season. We've already seen flashes of what they can do for us, but I expect all of you to go out there and execute just like we did in camp. Ain't no more excuses. It's time to get serious. If we play our brand of basketball, there's no telling where this team can go. So get out there, get warm, and let's go win this game!
There we go. First NBA game.
Par Sun. L'équipe Sun de la NBA.
I'm a little bit nervous, but I know this is where I belong. So I just gotta get out there and do what I was born to do. I hope I can make my family proud.
Moi, un jour, j'ai été pris par Selectix. Plutôt par Cleveland, voilà. Ouais.
This is it. Opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first game of the NBA's regular season. In a season ago, Clark, they won the matchup, winning 3 and losing just 1.
Oh, on t'entend pas. Je sais pas, ça marche pas. Je suis en train de regarder sur mon téléphone, ça marche pas du tout.
check out our first glimpse of professional basketball from Freak.
You know, he's a great young player and even a better young man. So personally, I couldn't be happier for him. I'm thinking about the game, but I hope he's able to take a moment to just enjoy.
Ah, tu parles de son numéro de téléphone.
Well said, and I hope so too. I mean, as a player, you want to stay even keeled.
Mais quel son là? Là, il y a plus aucun son là. C'est juste le son de ma télé. Ouais, c'est ma télé qui te fait mal. Ouais, mais je suis grave écarté en plus. Ah, vas-y, attends. Ouais, qu'est-ce qui se passe? C'est les poissons comme ça. Attends, on va faire quelque chose. Eh Mathéo, je vais t'appeler, hein, parce que j'ai pas envie qu'on me prenne pour un fou.
At the 3 slot.
Wes Matthews, guys, a prolific three-point shooter, and he's been very consistent over his career. Been in the top 5 in three-point makes for 3 straight seasons.
Right side, Knight, three-pointer, and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
Ouais.
Bledsoe's got 3 assists tonight. Dallas has gone
Je t'entends pas bien avec les écouteurs.
Here's McGee, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up.
Ouais, je dois me concentrer là, Mathéo. Je vais enlever les écouteurs.
A step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And Matthews shooting about 40% from long range in his career. He's high volume and, as you like to say, high efficiency.
Exactly, that's a nice combination. Well over half of his shots, Kevin.
Ouais, vas-y, c'est bon.
He and Damian Lillard, certainly among the best backcourt
C'est Enzo. C'est toi qui m'as appelé.
So he made it clear he wanted to be paid like an upper tier player, and that led to quite a negotiation between he and the Suns last year. Ultimately, the two sides agreed to a 5-year, $70 million deal.
Talking about Eric Bledsoe's contract, many insiders felt like it was too much for a sporadic talent. We knew that he was the... And that bucket right there, folks, is the first official NBA basket from Freak.
Yeah, and he's playing it cool right now, but let me tell you, I'm sure that basket means the world to him. There's nothing like the first one.
My thought is he's probably just happy to have it out of the way. I mean, no more waiting and wondering when it'll come. Those first points are finally in the rearview mirror.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Count that one. Felton's got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Here's Tucker. The three-pointer, no good. The Mavericks have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Barea kicks to Matthews. Offensive rebound.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Outside Knight. To the wing on the left. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bledsoe dishes to Freak, and he gets it to go. Freak's got the lead up to 2 now for the Suns. Well, with Freak, Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And, Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready. He's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school when he could be on the NBA clock. They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem. His first time on an NBA floor. And Clark, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve, and his family has got to be proud.
Extremely so, Kevin. It's been a long journey for him, but every level along the way he's found success. High school phenom, playing for a college championship. I wouldn't bet against this kid on anything when it comes to basketball.
Phoenix had a season of heartbreak last year. So many losses for them on last-second shots.
Times this team lost at the buzzer. Just close games in general. Of their 42 losses, how about 18 were by 5 points or less?
Bledsoe passes to Freak. He kicks it to Knight. Up and in on the layup. Knight's got 8 points.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right. Boy, that's a really nice feed by J.J. Barea.
For Phoenix, they've gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Bledsoe kicks to Freak. And stolen by Felton. And now Matthews pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Misses from short range.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Here's Freak. Rebound by Raymond Felton. The Mavericks trailing.
And with the time left, they still can go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to do it fast. They must hurry from here.
McGee. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to be shooting.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half. Such a big part of the first half was the scoring punch we got off the bench. That gave us a whole other element that they just didn't have the ability to deal with. One place we've had success was in the low post on offense. Great positioning. Good job finding the open passing lanes and getting the ball in tight. And let's try to play the second half at a moderate pace. Not too slow, but not too fast that it turns into a shootout. That's not what we want. This is a very tough opponent, and we've got a difficult half in front of us. But I've got all the faith in the world in you guys. I know you can get this done.
Merci, coach. Tu crois en nous. Toi, moi, tu crois en nous.
And it's been a back and forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
Wesley Matthews had a good quarter. 9 points and 1 rebound.
And boy,
je dois juste faire quelque chose rapidement.
he's doing it from long range. He's hitting inside the arc.
T'as vu l'invitation que je t'ai envoyée?
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah. Gotta love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged.
Ouais, je sais que t'as Messi, t'as Iniesta, t'as Piqué. Et après le reste, j'ai pas entendu. Messi, Iniesta, Piqué, et c'est tout.
On the court for the Mavericks. We've got Chandler Parsons. Powell is out there with Pachulia.
Ah voilà, Modric, t'avais dit aussi.
And it's Williams at the 1. Price outside. And so it's Phoenix.
Ok.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Now let's take this opportunity to check out our Jordan Player of the Game. He had an outstanding fourth quarter where he really shined, pouring it on heavy down the stretch.
He shot over 50% from the field in the game, a testament to how hard he worked to always find the best look possible. He was in constant motion. He found those gaps in the D and made the most of his open looks.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show. But not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
Ok, donc c'était l'émission d'après-match. Donc alors on va continuer. Et là, vu que mon pote est parti, vous entendiez pas. C'est pas grave. Alors, je dois faire quelque chose. Et voilà, c'est bon. Je vais vous montrer. Ok. Alors, c'est bon. Je joue contre... Oh, j'ai peur. Bon, allez, mon pote est parti, c'est bon. Je pourrais mieux me concentrer. Oh, oh, ils sont trop forts la Nouvelle-Orléans. Même si je les avais déjà battus, et après le match, ils m'avaient saoulé. Bon, allez, c'est parti, je me concentre. Allez, passe.
Bourbon Street, the heart of the French Quarter. We're here in the big
Moi, je commençais réaliste.
Louisiana.
Le ciel, comment il était réaliste.
Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our
Faut
NBA
que j'ai ma
basketball.
place dans les
This
pommes.
is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke.
Wow. Oh, je le prends. Ok.
Suns leading by 6. Well, this is really one of the nicer
je
buildings
suis
in the NBA, right downtown Clark, this home of the Pelicans across from the Superdome.
Kevin, you're always worried about how close we are to Bourbon Street when we come here, man. But yeah, this was a fortress for the Pelicans last season as they won some big games here, for sure.
Setting the floor for the Suns. Freak, he's in at center. Booker out there with Len. Then it's Goodwin, and it's Knight in at the 1. Here's Cole. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish. And you talk about the big wins here for the Pelicans last year. How about they beat the Warriors late in the year, which was
Ouais, c'est bon, c'est bien le 33 que je prends et c'est bien le 33 qui me prend.
on that final day to fight their way into that A spot.
Down low. And there's Ryan Anderson on the assist from Cole.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. From 12 feet out. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Freak's got his second bucket of the game to go. Here's Cole. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. pass to Anderson. The turnaround. That is good. Anderson's got his second bucket tonight.
How much do you love to see the turnaround?
Knight for three. And no good trying to get that. And Tyson Chandler, known for being a great teammate, very vocal leader certainly. He talked about how important that is for an NBA locker room.
Players do the policing. Coach sets a standard, but players individually call out other players. You know, whether it be timeout, whether it be halftime, whether it be pulling guys to the side, you know, in practice. When you have that going on, you see multiple guys doing that, that's when you know you have a good team.
Don't you need a player like this, Chandler's caliber and character, Greg, to make that kind of a teamwork, you know, have that feel in the locker room, that leadership role that everybody believes in and respects?
No doubt about it, Kevin. And that weighty stature is built on experience and credentials, as you mentioned, like having that championship ring or being an all-star. But when you have it and use it that way, the coach doesn't have to worry about the locker room, because Chandler has got that covered.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. And the players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Phoenix.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And that's what's created a rhythm for them offensively. That's also why you see them knocking down that mid-range jump.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Courtesy
Non, ça va au moins,
the
man.
second quarter gets going. So for New Orleans right now, Davis and Ashik in the middle.
Oh, je suis sorti. Ah, je suis pivot, man.
1:53 left to play
Oh,
here
parfait,
in the half.
il est de retour, lui.
And how about Anthony Davis? Grew 7
Toi,
inches
tu peux pas
in
passer.
one summer back in high school. You know, people forget he was committed to go to Cleveland State to play point guard out of high school. But then because of that growth, ends up signing at Kentucky, and the rest is history. So, I mean, you look at that 215-pound frame his rookie season, now up over 240, and that's enabled him to dominate the game even more. And I think it'll also help him improve his health.
Douglas with the steal. And now running up the court, Douglas pushing it up. The pass to Pondexter. Passes it to Cole. Douglas kicks to Anderson. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. 5 to shoot. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession.
And we get a chance to check out the numbers for Cole. He's getting around 8 points a game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds.
Ouais,
And
depuis
you
tout
look
à l'heure,
at
je
those
parle pas,
numbers,
c'est bizarre.
not bad. But guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And sometimes it feels like Brandon Knight is the Rodney Dangerfield of the NBA. The poor guy just doesn't get much respect.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. Through the end of last season, he'd already been on 3 teams in 5 years. On
Par
one
contre, la
hand,
balle, elle est
it may be
cool.
disrespectful, but teams recognize his ability, too.
He hits one, then this is the
Oh,
second
j'aurais
attempt
trop
from the
seul
free
à sa
throw.
place.
And on the topic of Brandon Knight, you have to wonder why he's been traded around so much. I mean, it wasn't due to a slow start because he made the All-NBA rookie first team. He's smart, has a strong work ethic, proved himself to be a clutch shooter in college, the kind of guy you normally wouldn't think about dealing for someone else.
And again, no good by New Orleans.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Douglas with the steal.
Ouais, c'est chaud.
Here's Cole. He's guarded by Knight. Cole dishes to Anderson. Out left to the wing. That's it, and the Suns lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Cole.
And I like how he draws the
Si elle rentre,
attention
oh,
inside of
oh,
the
j'ai vu
nice
qu'elle était
kick out
rentrée.
rhythm.
Je serais choqué par contre.
And we finish.
Well, Tyson, what has been the key to enabling your team to control the tempo of this game throughout this first half?
I think the way we came out defensively, we locked into their sets. They're taking them out of what they want to accomplish. Because of that, we're able to make some shots on the other end.
It all came together in that first 24 minutes. Tyson, thanks for the time, guys.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3.
Bon, c'est la pause. 38-31.
Okay, guys, solid play so far. I like what I'm seeing. But just a few things to talk about before the second half. It's been a good effort all around on the offensive boards. The second chance opportunities will be there for us if you guys continue to hit the glass hard at that end of the floor. But we did get a nice lift off the bench in that half. I might want to stay with some of those hot hands, so everybody be ready. Okay, one more thing. A smooth flow to the second half is just what we're looking for. Let's keep things moving, but not at some kind of breakneck pace. That's all, and that should be enough. We're in a good spot. There's a W waiting for us out there. So let's go out there and get it.
Bon. C'est parti, on se concentre, on va gagner, on est les meilleurs, on est les champions. Go!
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
Ah ouais, c'est comme ça, mais tant pis, personne qui aurait été là. Wow. Bon, on va regarder les alentours. Ici vous avez pas gobelet. Alors là vous avez le match. Là vous avez le public. C'est un tout petit peu, vous avez les caméras là, photographes. Là, on voit bon, on voit. Ouais. Bonjour, ça va?
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Bledsoe with and Holiday picks him up defensively.
Allez, 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 allez. Bon, allez, ça me saute. On va jouer. Oh, 91. Ok, j'ai compris que c'est point fort en fait.
And for the Suns last season, Greg, they ended with a record 21-31 against the Western Conference. It's something that you can point to, Greg, as a reason they failed to make the postseason.
Great point, Kevin. And the big problem for the Suns were the other Western playoff teams.
Oh, elle est rentrée.
22 against the top 8 in the West.
Here's Cole. He has 5. Guys, there's still time for them to make a run.
But the margin of error is history.
Can't have any wasted
Le joueur que
possessions.
défend, il était 91.
He feeds it to Pondexter.
52-38 quand même, ça fait mal, hein.
To the paint, here's Anderson, and he lays it straight in. Anderson's got 8.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to
Vas-y.
get them back in the game.
That is good. Knights got the lead up to 14 now for the Suns.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Inside, here's Pondexter. Uses the glass to finish.
He can get the ball in that position.
Here's Knight.
Arrête de jouer solo.
And he decides to go old school with the finger roll.
New Orleans has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Here's Davis.
S'il la met, genre.
And it's Lure with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Goodwin, good.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's Cole. He's guarded by Knight. Here's Cole. He dishes it to Davis. With 1 on the clock, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
S'il te plaît, envoie-moi la balle, envoie-moi la balle. On doit l'envoyer à lui, la balle. Allez.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter, the final quarter.
Ok. Ok.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. The shot-blocking pair of Davis and Ashik inside. Norris Cole is out there with Holiday, and it's Gordon in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And it's Davis with the jam.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
This is to Buttinger. Len with a screen on Gordon. Shot off the screen and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
And, you know, guys, that kind of offensive efficiency really keeps a lot of pressure on the opponent, and that's part of why the lead is what it is.
The 9-foot shot. And it's Davis missing.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Buttinger, the pass to Price. Glenn, a screen. And there's the feed to Freak. Shot clock at 5. Again, Phoenix.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball, resulting in high-quality shots.
To the middle. Here's Hasek. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Suns.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge. Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You'd love to get an opponent figured out early, and you're going to be seeing them that often. A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Bledsoe. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And Buttinger kicks to Freak. From 18 feet away. That one off the back iron and out.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Buttinger dishes to Price. Kicks to Freak. The 19-foot shot. Cole with the rebound. And so it's New Orleans with it. The layup missed.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Here's Freak. Off target on the 15-footer. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, congratulations on the win, Brandon. And what did you guys do well tonight that helped contribute to your success?
We just stayed focused. Today we were able to continue to, try to stick to our game plan, get stops, and, just continue to crash the boards. We were able to stay to, true to what we practice and, what we believe in.
It all came together for you, Brandon. Thank you so much. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And as the fans file out of the building, now time to head over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Bon, c'est la fin de cette vidéo. Moi, je vous dis à tout à l'heure.
Kevin, much
Ciao.
appreciated. And now
Sur
let's
cette
present our
cinématique.
Jordan player of the game, Eric Bledsoe.
And I can't say enough about Bledsoe. He's strong, he's fast, aggressive, and Bledsoe is a terrifying on-the-ball defender. I mean, he truly scares the guys he's guarding. He's scaring me, Ernie, and I don't even have a ball.
He made a big impact with his three-point shooting. 12. That's right. 12 of his points came from beyond the arc. He really allowed them to stretch out the defense and open up the floor for driving lanes as well.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.